Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are finally back with another video. I know it's been so long, and actually me and my wife just bought a new place and finally have that shop that we've been dreaming about since we were high schoolers. Got my truck and the car that we're actually going to be talking about today. So this is my 93 Corolla Wagon. Got it imported from Japan. Honestly, haven't really done much to it. I blew a head gasket shortly after I bought it. But today, we're gonna try to do something to make it where I want to drive it a little bit more. We're actually gonna be lowering it and then throwing some wheels on it. And it's not gonna be good fitment, and the wheels are very cheap. Just trying to do a little something to, spice it up a little bit, make it a little nicer and more fun to drive. So let's get into it and see what we got to do. This car does have leaf springs in the back. And coilovers up front. Today we're just going to be doing the leaf springs and putting in lowering blocks. We will be coming back to do the coilovers later. Just wanted to make sure that the blocks we got work. Again, this is a carbureted 4-cylinder, and all we've done is maintenance and replace the head gasket, resurface, or actually it's a new head because whenever we went to go resurface the head, some pieces actually started breaking. So new head off of, good old eBay. It is unfortunately an automatic, but nonetheless, it is still cool to drive. It's different, and I picked it up for a really good deal. I actually just bought it for a gas saver. The back is a mess because of all the parts. We got our gasket kit from the head gasket. We got miscellaneous stuff. It is a bench, and the bench folds down with that little lever right there. Has no speakers other than a little 4-inch speaker under the dash, but that's why Cam hooked me up. And we got these used 6x9s in these boxes and just wired them up to an Apple CarPlay radio up there. All right, so the blocks are actually in already. Sorry we didn't really film anything, but I figured I would at least talk it through because there's not many videos on the internet about different stuff. So this is a universal kit. First thing you have to do is drill out this plate down here. I think it's like 3/8 originally or something, but we had to drill it out to 1/2 inch to fit the bigger U-bolts. So you have to do that on all 4 corners on both sides. And then these blocks right here, the pin to align it in the center, the hole that comes in these is a 1/2 inch, but on the factory leaf springs it's 3/4 of an inch. So you have to drill this out to 3/4 of an inch to get it to fit onto the leaf spring. Also, these U-bolts are a little wider than they need to be. So we had to compress them in, put them through, and then zip them up evenly all the way around. And it's super simple. You don't have to disconnect the brake lines or anything. The axle is super light, so you can just pick it up, set it in the front of the leaf spring, and do the same thing. So looking at the other side, you can actually see it. And it pushed it up a good bit. I'm just going to go ahead and throw the wheel back on, and I do have the coilovers over there, and they're just cheap, eBay, Amazon, whatever you want to call them, coilovers. I just need the front two, so we're going to throw those on today, and I will show you the process of putting on the coilovers, especially if there's anything weird, tell you what sizes you need for everything, and then we'll see what this thing looks like completely lowered. I did forget to mention that I did massage this a little bit with the hammer. This was already like this. Massage the back of it in, and yeah, because the new tires we got are a little beefier. The old ones are a 185 and they're 14s, and the new ones, you can see right here, they're a 225 and they're a 15. All right, let's dig into these coilovers. I haven't even opened the box completely yet. I cut it open, but we're about to look at it together. All right, so these are the Most Plus coilovers. Again, since we have leaf springs in the rear, we only need the coilovers for the front, which should be the ones with these camber plates on top. We can go ahead and pull these out. And we don't need the rear, so those are just gonna go up in storage. Let's get these packages off and compare them up to what's in the car now. All right, here is the one for the left side of the vehicle. we can go ahead and compare it, you know, 3 on top, 3 on top, that's good to go. We have our brake line bracket right there, which is right there. So we can go ahead and first step, get that bolt out. Then we can loosen up these bottom 2 on the strut. And then after that, we can take these top 3 loose and do a quick swap. And if there's anything else that needs to be done, I will let you know. If not, then you'll just see a time lapse of it right now.
Or have we both moved on to different names? Take me back to the start, before the quiet and the scars, when the world felt small and your hands felt warm. Take me back to the start, if only for a moment. I've been up since 3, scrolling back where we used to be. Have truths in this late night chat, both of us knowing what a line at.
All right, the stock strut is out. Honestly, that was one of the easiest removals I've ever done. So this bolt right here for the brake line, that is going to be a 14 mil. Then you have these 2 that actually hold it on to the knuckle, and those are a 19. Both sides, the bolt and the nut, both 19. So just hold one side with a wrench, zip off the other 2 with an impact. And then all it is taking these 3 12 mils loose up here and the whole strut's out. Super simple. Brake line, don't even have to worry about it because you have your tie rod holding all the tension. So this is plenty of slack. So now we're just going to, honestly, we're just going to guess for the first time. We're going to put it in there, put in the other side, guess on the height, and then come back to adjust it after. So I don't know. I'm going to lower it a couple inches, see how low we can actually get it, and then probably adjust the camber on the top because, like I said, the tires are a lot wider on these new wheels. So we're going to account for that and then put it all down, show y'all, and see what we think. All right, well, it did take more than I thought it would. So here I am explaining what I had to do. So I unfortunately did not have a bigger drill bit. So here's a 1/2 inch drill bit. For some reason, the holes on the coilover body were too small. They were kind of like oval instead of circular. I had to drill it out a little bit, just enough to get the bolt through on all 4 sides. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, but I'm gonna throw the wheel on and kind of see where we're at, especially if I have to adjust these camber bolts and slide the coilover in on this camber plate. This side is all the way in. All right, the Corolla is down on all 4. We got the new wheels on it. Again, these are 15s. I think they're 7.5 wide, but they are 225 45 15s. I picked these up from a buddy who owns a few Miatas, and these were some of his race wheels, so they are not perfect by any means, but they were a lot better than the Steelies that were on it. You can see on the front, we did push in those camber plates all the way, and sorry, the wheel is turned a little bit. Here's the back's fitment. Yes, it could be a little tighter, but the back is perfect, and I kind of just wanted to match that with the front. The front might be a tad higher at the moment, but all in all, I'm happy with it. I could probably lower the front another 1.5 to 2 inches if I really wanted to. The other side is the exact same. Mars's appearance. Anyways, that'll do it for this video. It was kind of stretched out between a few months, honestly, because by the time I did the rear blocks, the front coilovers, a bunch of renovations we had to do to our house after moving in. I actually filmed the shop tour after I started this video, which is why some of the things kind of don't make sense of the layout of the shop and stuff like that. But it's done now, and this is gonna open a few opportunities for a couple more videos to make it just look a little bit better cosmetically. And those videos will be here within the next couple weeks. But if y'all want to follow along for any tool reviews, car modifications, or just anything along our journey, please like and subscribe. We're almost to 5,000 subscribers, and we'd really like to do that before this end of the year. We're only about 100 away. leave a comment if you have any suggestions or if you have anything else y'all want to see in particular. Hope y'all enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next one.